Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today is the Fabulous Fall Throw. It's like a Thanksgiving kind of idea. Obviously autumn. And so what we have here is a one-piece motif that is the same color, but if you want to change the flowers inside you can do so as well, but they just kind of made it simple for you. So this is an intermediate level. Definitely there is no diagram available, but we will take you through step by step. When I say we, I mean me. So I'll take you step by step, and we'll also cover this beautiful border that is available here as well. So I have done some of my homework. I've done the 3 squares already. I'm gonna do the 4th, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the border to be able to add on. So without further ado, let's just take a look at the sample, and let's see what we're gonna get ourselves into today. So here's what we're gonna do today. As you can see, you could probably do the flower a different color if you wanted to, even change the interior to a different color and make it kind of fun and fabulous. Not that it already isn't. So I'm gonna be taking you through step by step. It definitely does have texture. Now when you go to do it for the first time, you're gonna notice it's kind of bunchy and stuff. This has already been blocked, so I just took a steamer and I steamed it so that it has its shape. So you'll want to do that as well, so to get the blocking to go nicely. The back side is all completely flat, just like you see, and the flower is kind of just hovering there, but it's actually all part of the design as well. So it's not like it's just an add-on. It's actually part of it. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get ourselves involved. Gonna do a random amount of stitches here in order to make it happen, but overall I think it's a great design, and we're gonna work our way step by step. You'll need a 5mm size H crochet hook in order to play. Red Heart Super Saver is recommended. Here I use Karen 1 pound, but you can decide what's gonna work for you, and also you can decide any color pretty much under the sun. So without further ado, let's begin. So let's begin to do a magic ring. Lay the yarn into your hand like this, and I want you to use 2 fingers only. And what we're going to do is that when we come around, when we just cross back over the top, we're going to cross over like this. There are slower tutorials available on YouTube in our channel for this. This is called the magic ring or adjustable ring, or it's even called the magic circle. So you're gonna take your hook and you're gonna come under the first one and just scoop that other strand. Okay, so just scoop it and just release it off your hand towards this side. So I'm crocheting in this direction. The circle should be there, but also the tail, and so you're gonna want to crochet right up into the circle but over this tail as well. So let's chain 2 to begin, and this does not count as a stitch. It's more locking that circle. So when you go to crochet, crochet over these 2 strands, and we are going to do 16 double crochets into the circle over those 2 strands. So wrapping the hook in into the circle and pull through 2 and 2 back to the top. So it was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and go all the way to 16 with me, and I'll meet me back here in just a moment. Once you get your 16 in here, see how open it is? You want to take that strand now, and you're gonna pull on it, and it's gonna pull everything nice and tight. So you'll notice in the photograph it goes pretty much tight to the interior. So it just be consistent with all your squares. So if you're gonna leave a bit of a space, make sure that you do them on all. And I need you to slip stitch to the first double crochet, so ignore that chain 2. And before you continue, as most of you know that does the adjustable ring, this will come out on its own. So you're going to want to slam it into a tapestry needle, and on the back side of this thing, you can release it off the hook just to make it clear, and you're just gonna go through the back side, and you need to go back and forth 3 times. So once. So if you are changing your colors at all, you're gonna want to do the same technique of going back and forth 3 times to secure in those loose ends, especially on a motif blanket like this. Once you've gone back and forth 3 times, it's completely locked, and just take your scissors and just cut it down into the project. You'll never see that again. So let's put it back onto the hook, and let's now continue into round number 2. Let's begin round number 2. We're going to just chain 1, and we're gonna do a front post half double crochet. So when you're looking down at this, there is a chain 2. Ignore it. You don't want to work with that. You want to work with this double crochet. It's right beside it, and you're gonna do a front post half double crochet. So wrap the hook and coming into the side of the post, it's gonna be tight, and then coming back with the other side, pull through, and then pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet in the front post. The very next stitch is a single crochet, The next one is right here is going to be a front post half double crochet again. So every other stitch is a front post half double crochet, and the stitches in between those is just a single crochet. Please do this all the way around. This is round number 2. When you get back around, the last stitch is a single crochet. If you're not sure, you just have to physically see front post half double crochet. So there's one there. See how it's popping up? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then that means that there's single crochets in between. So just join it to the top of the first front post half double crochet. It feels wrong on this round, but it's not. Continue along. Let's go on to round number 3. So right where we are, we're on the top of a front post half double crochet, and that's where we're only gonna play for round number 3. We're gonna chain up 1 and do 1 single crochet in the top of that front post half double crochet that we've attached to when we went all the way around. Then we're gonna chain 3. So 1 2 3, and go to the next front post half double crochet. So you're skipping over the single and just going into the half double crochet. So chain 3 and into the half, and continue that all the way around. This is round number 3. At the end of round number 3, you're still chaining your 3, and you're just gonna join it to the first single crochet. So you should have a total of 8 of these chain 3 spaces. So let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So let's move on now to round number 4. Let's begin round number 4. There's a lot going on in this round. So let's just chain 2 to start. It doesn't count as anything. And right directly below here is the front post half double crochet. That's where we're gonna play. So we're gonna do a front post treble. So wrap the hook twice, and around that front post half double crochet is where you're gonna put the front post treble. So just come back up. So make sure you do wrap that hook twice before you begin that. In the next chain 3 space, there's a lot going on. So here's how I would remember it. So it's a double crochet, popcorn, double crochet, all within that chain 3 space. So how I would remember it is that you're gonna double crochet 1 time, and then the next 5 make up the popcorn. So what I would do, count like this, 1, and then do another 5. So just say 2 3 4 5 and 6. So you have your first double crochet, and the next 5 equal the popcorn. So take this off the hook and go to the second one over. Okay, and that's there, and put it back on and pull through, and just shift the bottom of the popcorn because it's bulky, and double crochet 1 more time. And that's how you're gonna do your chain 3 spaces. So we're gonna do a front post treble again like we did before here. So wrap the hook twice and jump down to the front post half double crochet, and then do another chain 3 space. So just start counting. So just 1 double crochet and do 6 in a row. So this is 2 3 4 5 and 6. Just release it, go to the second one because it's only 5 that's in the popcorn, pull through, just shift the bottom, double crochet, and then carry on around. So this is number 4. Please do this. You'll see some really amazing texture happen in this round. So I'm coming all the way around. I'm just doing the popcorn. Now when we started, if you recall, we did the front post treble. So that's exactly where we're going to join it when we come back around. So you should see 8 of those nubbly things, those popcorns. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We're good to go. Let's move on to round number 5. So round number 5, we're going to create the spaces for where those leaves appear, or the petals appear, sorry. So you're gonna slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then you're gonna slip stitch into the popcorn. That's the very next one, and that's where we're gonna begin our journey. Let's begin. We are going to chain 1 and do 1 single crochet in the top of the popcorn, and then we are going to chain 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, and go to the next top of the popcorn. If you're not sure, look back to where you had put it before and match where it is. So single crochet, chain 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, top of the popcorn, and continue all the way around. This is round number 5. At the end of round number 5, you got your chain 5, just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. Again, you should have 8 of these chain 5 spaces going all the way around. Let's move on to round number 6, and this is where we're gonna start doing the petal work. So we need to get ourselves to a chain 5 space when we begin. So let's just slip stitch into the chain 5 space and chain 1. The chain 1 doesn't count as anything, it's just a grower. So we're going to put the following inside each of these chain 5 spaces: 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 treble, and then get smaller again, so 2 double and then 1 half, and then you're gonna do the same in the next one. So 1 half, 2 double, 3 treble, 2 double, and 1 half. So just remember 1 2 3 2 1. Let's begin. We're gonna do a half double crochet, so one of those. We're gonna do 2 doubles, 1 and 2, and then 3 trebles. So wrap in the hook twice and do 3 of those in a row. So we have 1 2 and 3, and now we're gonna get smaller, so 2 doubles, 1 and 2, and then finally 1 half double crochet. And that's what you're gonna do in each of those. So 1 half, 2 doubles, 3 trebles, 2 doubles, 1 half. Please do this all the way around. When you get to the last one, you're just gonna slip stitch to the first one that we have. So let me just take a quick peek here and slip stitch to the first half double crochet. So right where this one is, right there. So we're just gonna slip stitch to the first half, and this is what it looks like. We're gonna move on now to round number 7. In round number 7 we're gonna get a little more complicated, but it's not undoable, and let's begin. So we need to build out these petals even more. So we're in the top of the first half double crochet. It matters that you know that, and you'll be explaining why. I'll be explaining why soon. So we're gonna chain 2 to start, and in the next 3 stitches, okay, so just recall that the 4th one is the middle of the petal, if that helps you to know that. So the next 3 are double crochet. So 1 2 and 3. The next one is the middle one of the trebles, and we're gonna apply a lot of stuff in there. So we're gonna do 2 trebles first, right into that stitch. So 1 and 2, and then we're gonna chain 2 to create the point of the petal, and in the same one again 2 more trebles. I'll do another petal with you just to make sure that you get this. So in the top there was 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles. You were going to double crochet the next 3. So 1 2 and 3, and watch what happens from this point. You're going to chain 2, 1 2, go to the next stitch, which is the half double crochet, and slip stitch, and go to the first half double crochet on this side, which is the very next stitch, slip stitch, then chain 2, and then start all over again. So 3 in a row. So 3 double crochet starting in the next stitch. So 1 2 and 3. That takes you to the next stitch, being the middle treble, and in there, if you recall, it was 2 treble, followed by chain 2 to create the point, and 2 more treble into the same one. And then how many half double crochets going back down? It matches this side. It's a mirror, so there's only 3 going down. So 1 2 and 3, and then once you're there, you're gonna chain 2, slip stitch to the next half double crochet, and then slip stitch to the next half double crochet. So there's 2 in a row, and then chain 2 and begin all over again. So 3 up, do your point, 3 down, and then chain 2 and do your slip, and etc. And this here will have a little bit of a buckling effect, the way that it's gonna lean up, but that's okay, that's what you want. So continue this. This is round number 7. So when you get back around, you're just gonna chain 2 and then slip stitch to the next half double crochet, and then slip stitch to where you had started. And I'm gonna show you a little trick that's not in the book, and this is going on to round number 8. In round number 8, we're going to, right where we are, we need to slip stitch ourselves to the next chain 2 space at the top of the peak. If you slip stitch along the stitches like this, you will always see it when you go to do this. I know this from experience because of my own designs, and it always just looks like that one petal is just a bit different. So how you can get away with not doing that is that I want you just to kind of lean it forward, leave those two leave that stitch alone, and go for the third stitch in behind and just loosely slip stitch it up until you get to that chain 2 space. This puts this in behind, so when you're looking at it face down you won't even see this. It'll be tucked behind the and when you get close to that chain 2 space, just jump right into that chain 2 space to begin, like that, and then you're going to chain 2 and it won't count as anything, and this is going to get ourselves started. So we need to consider that we're gonna now transfer this circle into a square. So we're gonna go immediately right into we're gonna do a shell here, 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 and here, and in between is gonna be a flat spot. So to do this, we're gonna start our first shell right immediately, and the shell is 2 double crochet, so 1 and 2, and then chain only 1, and then 2 more double crochet. That's a shell. We'll be doing those every other petal pretty much. To jump all the way over here we need to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in the chain 2 space, because it's gonna be a flat spot, we're just gonna only do a single crochet. Then we're going to do your next corner. So let's begin the next corner. So chain 7 to get there. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Be a little bit loose with this chain. I know this from experience. So in the next point you're gonna do a shell. So it's 2 double crochet if you recall. So 1 and 2, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochet. And now you just have another corner just been created. So then to jump you're gonna chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Single into the top of the next one because it's not a corner, and then chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then shell into the next one. So it's 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet, and I want you to do that all the way around please, and by the time you get all the way around you should have converted a circle to a square. When you get all the way back around you're just going to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet, so ignore that chain 2 space. So at this point you're gonna notice it's kind of buckling up. Don't worry about it. It will settle down later, and literally these ones in the middle will kind of pop out like so. So this is kind of a really cool concept in order to make it happen. So let's move on to round number 9. We just have a few more rounds to do before we finish. Let's begin round number 9. Right where we are we're only gonna chain 1, and in the 2 before the corner and the 2 after the corner they're each gonna get 1/2 double crochet. So we have to just do 1 and 2 before the corner. The chain 1 spaces in the corner will each always be the same, and there will be 5 double crochets in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as I said, the next 2 coming out of the corner, you may have to shift the bottom, just pull it to access it, and you will put in 1/2 double crochet in each of those 2. Now in these chain 7 spaces you're going to put in 8 half double crochets into the chain itself, like into the space, jump over the single, and then put 8 into the other side. So let's just do that. So let's count these out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you seeing how it's all bunched up? Don't worry about it. It will find its balancing point on its own. Jump to the next space because you're just in a single crochet in between the corners, and put 8 into the other space that's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're heading into the corner. So the first two there are gonna be 1 half double crochet each, and then in the corners, as I mentioned, there's gonna be 5 double crochets in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you carry on. So 1 in each, 1 half in each, 8, 8, and then 1 half in each of the two, and then a corner again. Please do this all the way around. This is round number 9. Let's finish off round number 9, and once you have your last 8, just slip stitch it to the top of the first half double crochet. So we're now going to go into round number 10, and we're gonna do a crisscross. So to begin, you're just gonna chain 2. It doesn't count as anything, but you're gonna come into the next stitch. So right where you join, just ignore it for now and come into the next stitch, and you're going to do a double crochet. It's easier to access it from behind as far as I'm concerned. So you wanna come into the one that you just did the join with and just kind of shift things out of the way and do a double crochet in that one. And this is called a crisscross. So we have to keep an eye on the corners. There's 5 double crochets in the corner. The middle one is the one that we want to do all the fancy footwork. But when we go to do that, watch what's gonna happen. So we have 2 more to do first. So you're just gonna skip the next one and double crochet into the one after that. And then you're gonna come back and do the one that you just skipped. And so that's another crisscross. In the corners, I've never seen corners done like this before, which is really neat. It's nice to learn something new. So in the corners, what we're going to do is that we're gonna apply 2 double crochets right into the actual stitch itself. So 1 and 2, and then we're gonna do a front post treble around the same post, or around the same stitch but down. So wrap the hook and coming down in and do the front post treble. And then you need to finish off that stitch in behind, so you gotta shift that out of the way so you can see it. So just pull it out of the way and do the other 2 double crochets into that same stitch. So you have a total of 5 stitches with that corner. So 2 double crochets in there. The one front post is coming down, and then the 2 are back at the top of that same stitch. You're gonna immediately start crisscrossing all the way to the next corner. So skip in the next one, double crochet into the one after that, and then come back and get the one you skipped. And you're gonna continue to do that all the way across. So the corners are what I've already showed you. So this should take you to the stitch just before the corner, and then you'll apply your corners in the same manner, and it makes this look all consistent. So please do this all the way across, crisscross, and do your corners the way I just showed you. So just come all the way to the end. I've just done a crisscross, and I'm just going to join to the top of the first double crochet, so it keeps that crisscross looking good. So at any point you can be stretching out your item a little bit if you're seeing it buckle a lot, but we will be blocking it at the end anyway. So there are videos on how to block, so just look those up on our Crochet Crowd channel. So we're gonna do our final round. The final round is going to be half double crochets in each of these stitches except for the very corner. So let's begin this one here. So we're gonna chain up 1, and we're gonna do a half double crochet in the next 6, which will take you to the corner. But here's the clue, is that this front post treble that's in the corner is the corner. So let's get our 6 in a row. So you can either count it or look for it. If you trust your math, it should be good. It should be the 6th one away, which in my case it is. In the 6th one here, here's what we're going to apply. We're going to do 1 double crochet in the front post. So 1 double crochet. And in the actual stitch itself, in the top of the same stitch, you want to apply the following. So I'm just looking at the instructions real quick. So I want to do a half double crochet into the top of that stitch, chain 1, and then another half double crochet, and then a front post double crochet around the same one. Okay, so let's review that. So there's a front post double, there's a half in the top of that stitch, chain 1, half in the top of the stitch, and then a front post double around this treble here. So just peel it back if you don't know where to start the next stitch, and just half double crochet yourself all the way to the next corner, and then do the same thing in each of the corners. And I'll see you at the end of this row, end of this round, and this is technically the end of the square. So let's do this and I'll see you at the end. So now all the way back around, you can see how fabulous it looks. And then just join it to the top of the first half double crochet, and then you're done. So I would recommend that you weave in your ends at this time, and you need to do all of your squares. There's a total of 30 of them, and you can see the color breakdowns and the instructions. When you're weaving in this final end, I would recommend turning it over right away and try not messing with that outside edge, in the sense that you will change the look of it. So just stay within the back side and just weave it in to the back there. Just go back and forth a total of 3 times. So what I want you to do is continue to work on the squares and come back here when you're ready to put them together, because I'm gonna do that next. I've already started assembling, so I'm going to show you how to assemble, and then we're gonna move on to the border in today's tutorial as well. So we got lots going on today. So go back and forth 3 times and put it aside. You also may want to block it. So just there's videos on how to block using water, and I use a steamer when I go to block. So I have a steamer, a Conair steamer that and then it sits nice and flat, because you can see this. You can also see in the instructions here is that when it does look like this, it looks a little bit unorganized, but once you steam it, you can get it to sit nice and flat. So let's continue and onto the border next. So we're gonna cover on how to join. I'm recommending that we join on the back loop of these when you go to do it. It ends up being a really flat piece. So what you have to be conscientious of is that whatever yarn you use that is going to attach, you want to do it so that it's at least the same color as one of them. So for example here you can see that I used this color to attach to the yellow, so it looks like it belongs. So if I used a purple to attach these two, you will see a purple line there, which will not look so hot. So in this case you want to maximize your opportunities on how to put things together. So I'm just going to use purple because I can use purple to go along this edge because there's purple here, but also along this edge, so they can match each other. So it's just being able to speed it up. So we're just gonna grab our yarn and just create a long tail, and that will be our starting. And you want to create a slip knot on the one side, and we're gonna use that slip knot to lock it. So in the other side, I'm just gonna get my other needle here. I'm just gonna feed the needle. This is called a wool needle from what people told me. So I want to start off in the one section here. So we'll start right here in the chain 1 space, going into the back loop only, and then matching to the chain 1 space on this one here. Just kind of peel it back and go in the back loop of that one only. When you pull, I want you to put the slip knot through, and that will lock it so it won't come out. So pull nice and tight, it'll lock it in. And then all you're just going to do is you'll go to the next back loop on the one square, the next back loop on the next square, lay down this straggler so that it catches. This is called whip stitching, so it's going up over, and then move to the next one and to the next one. And once you have that straggler about 1 inch or 2 buried in, you can get rid of it. Pull nice and tight so that it's a nice tight join. And then once you're satisfied with the straggler being stuck up underneath enough stitches, you can safely just trim that straggler out and you don't need to worry about it. So you're gonna move yourself along and you're just match, match, match. When you get to the end here, you're going to match to the side, but I'm also recommending you take a strand and go right diagonally as well, and then that will pull that in nice and tight and then continue along to the other side. So continue to whip stitch yourself all the way and attach your Afghan squares together. You can do it as you are building this, or you can do it at the end, because then you can mix and match your colors the way that you like it. So I'm coming up near to the end of using this particular strand for color. Now I could have attached it to something else, and I can keep attaching if I wanted to, if it was long enough and I had more to attach. So I want to finish off right where that chain 1 is on the corner for each, and to keep that balance in there. Once you're satisfied with it, just kind of give it a good pull and then turn it over to the back, and I like to tie a knot right in the end, so just push it through the loop and that tightens it onto itself. And then I want to just drag it through some stitch work just on the back side of this, so 3 times. So once, don't change the edging, so just give it a bit of slack. It's got to be taut but not crazy tight. 2 and then 3. Once it's back and forth 3 times, you can safely get rid of that, and you can attach all of your squares in the same manner. And then put this aside, and we're gonna move on to the border next. So you can see it actually looks pretty good. Let's move on to your border and let's begin. So we're gonna begin our border. There are a total of 8 rounds, and actually it's not too hard. We just have to get ourselves started. So we have to keep in mind that in the first pass around we have to fill in some spots. So we have to fill in our chain 1 space in the corner of the afghan. So you'll have more, and if you look at the instructions here, you can see that you can have all the different squares. Then when you get to the chain 1 space in this corner, there's gonna be 3 stitches into there, so 3 double crochets, and then into this chain 1 space there's gonna be 3 double crochet, and that's gonna allow it to expand. And you want to do that every time you're hitting an in-between spot, and then we'll worry about our corners. So without further ado, let's begin our first starting off on our first corner and working our way across and around. So let's begin. We're just going to go to a chain 1 space in the corner and attach it, and I need you to chain a total of 2. So 1, 2 doesn't count as anything, it's a builder. So in the same stitch, the same chain space, it's gonna be 3 double crochets. So each corner is gonna have 3 double crochets in them. Okay, so moving on to the next stitch here that's available to you. Remember that these half double crochets have a tendency to get buried underneath the edge, so watch out for that. So just kind of pull things out of the way, and the first stitch is right here. Okay, it's not here, it's here, and you're going to apply let's just see what we're doing here. Double crochet in each half double crochet, so and front okay, so we're gonna double crochet in each stitch. So starting in the next one, and you notice how that I'm bearing up over top of the straggler too, so that I can not have to worry about then sewing that later. So my goal is that I'm just applying 1 double crochet into each, and I want to watch for where they are joining to the next squares, and every time they join we have to just worry about it at that moment. So let's just get to the first join, and I'll see you there in just a moment. So I'm just coming up here, and it's the last stitch before the chain 1 space in the corner. See how it's attached? So you're gonna apply 3 double crochet there, so 1, 2 and 3, and then jump to the next chain 1 space on this one here and apply 3 double crochets, and that allows you to jump over those joining. So 1, 2 and 3, and you'll do that every time you hit the joins, and then just carry on. So don't forget, this here is covering up over top of that first half double crochet, which is right there. So just make sure you get that one first. You'll throw your counts out of whack if you don't get that in, and then just continue to double crochet. So please do this every time you are getting to a join, and then when you hit a corner you're going to apply 3 double crochet into the corner, turn your afghan and continue down the other side. So just go all the way around. I'll see you back here in just a moment. This is round number 1 of the edge. So I'm just coming all the way back around, just going into my last stitch, and I'm going to join to the top of the first double crochet, and then that's it. So let's get rid of this yarn, just fasten it in, and let's begin round number 2. Let's begin round number 2. Let's start off in the corner. So it's the middle one of the grouping of 3, and we're going to join it there. And I'm just shifting where I started, so just so you know. So I'm just, that's where I'm gonna join. Slip stitch the chain in. Oh, okay, so then in the corner. So I'm going to join it, and I am going to just chain 1, and in this same corner I want a single crochet and then chain 1 in 1 single crochet. So in the middle one of a corner, single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. In the remaining, then going all the way across, it's just 1 single crochet in each, and I'm going up over top of the straggler. You can see me doing that, and just go all the way around. So the middle one of the grouping of 3 is 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet. I'll see at the end of this round. This is round number 2. Okay, I've come all the way back around and I'm just going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. Let's get rid of this color and move on to round number 3, which is another single crochet round. You'll notice that there's actually color balancing if you're looking at the colors on the pattern itself. Strongly recommend you download that pattern if you haven't already, and you will see that this green will be coming back not the next round but the round after that, and it actually is very strategic. Sometimes a designer does that and you kind of do your own thing, and then you look at it, it's like, you know, it just doesn't look right, and so sometimes the color balancing of what the designer is suggesting is actually a lot better, and whatever, you decide what's gonna work for you. Let's move on to round number 3 using another color. Let's begin round number 3 just using a different color. Come into the chain 2 space of a corner, so make sure that you are going into that corner, just taking a quick peek, and then just attach it, chain 1 and single crochet into that same corner, and then chain 1 and single crochet back in. And then all you just want to do is apply 1 single crochet into each, going all the way, and then in the chain 1 space of the corners just put 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet. Do this all the way around. This is round number 3. Okay, coming around on round number 3, and I'm just going to attach it to the first one when I get there. So the first single crochet that's in the corner. So let's get rid of this yarn and move on to round number 4. It's suggesting to use the same color as the row below here. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna be doing a half double crochet round next for round number 4. So let's begin round number 4. I'm switching back to the green, and I'm gonna come into the chain 1 space that is in the corner, and I'm just going to attach, and then chain 1. Chain 1 to start, and it is a half double crochet round, so we're going to apply 1 half double crochet into the same chain 1 space, and then we're chaining 1 to create the corner, and then a half double crochet into the same one. So there's a full corner. So starting off in the first stitch right here, do you see that? You're just gonna do 1 half double crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around, except for the corner. It'll be 1 half double crochet, chain 1 half double crochet. I'll see you at the end of this round. This is round number 4. So I'm coming all the way around on round number 4, and round number 5 we're gonna take a really interesting turn on this whole thing, which will give the border texture. So you're just coming into the last stitch and then just join to the top of the first half double crochet. Let's get rid of this yarn and let's move on to round number 5. It's a little bit of a mind twist, but when we get to it, I don't think it should be too hard. Let's continue to round number 5 and grab a new color. Let's begin round number 5. It's a little bit of a mind twist, but we will get through it together. So let's continue, and we are going to go to the corner, chain 1 space, and we want to attach and chain 3. That chain 3 is not gonna count as anything, it's just a builder. So right here we're going to do a popcorn, chain 2, popcorn. Remember how we did the popcorn before? It's 5 double crochets, so it's 1 2 3 4 and 5, and then you're just gonna go to the first double crochet, so that ignore that chain 3 and pull through, and to turn the corner you're gonna chain 2, and then in the same one just shift it out of the way and put in another 5. So there's a lot going on in the corners. So 1, and you'll do all your corners the same way. So next 5 are in, and you're gonna release it, go to the first one of the grouping of 5, pull through. So here's the trick. Coming out of a corner we need to skip the next stitch, but it's also buried. It's right here, but it's buried, so don't worry about it. And we are not gonna chain 1, we're just going to double crochet into the next stitch. So here's the repeat going all the way across. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next, popcorn into the next one after that. So there's 5, 1 2 3, 4, and 5. So go to the first one in the grouping of 5, and then double crochet immediately into the next one after that. Okay, so that forces that to really pop. So then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next one after that, and then you're going to popcorn just like you did here, and then you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and keep doing that all the way. So what I'll do is I'll meet you at the first corner, and when we get there in just a moment, I'll show you how to make sure that you're going into the corner properly. If you are missing a stitch, now's the time to correct that, and you can always fudge it too, but don't tell anybody I told you that. So let's continue to do that and work your way across to the first corner. When you get to the first corner, you've just finished this last piece here. You chain 1 and you single crochet in. You're going to skip the last stitch before the corner. It just happens to work out. So you can change the size pretty much of this afghan. That's awesome. So the designers really thought ahead. So you're going to do your last, so your corners, there's going to be 1 popcorn. Do you remember that? I'm really happy the corners worked out. It's like a miracle. Buy a lottery ticket. Okay, chain 2 and then do another popcorn in the same corner. Okay, and then you'll start a new side. Do you remember how to do that? So the first one we're gonna skip. It's buried underneath anyway, so the next one is right here, and that's where you're gonna single crochet, chain 1, and then skip 1, single crochet in the next, and then popcorn, and then double crochet in the next, popcorn, double crochet, then chain 1, skip 1, and do exactly what you've done here. So let's continue this journey going all the way around. So I've come all the way back around, and I'm just chaining 1, double crochet to do in, and then I'm just going to attach to the first popcorn. And then that's it. Let's get rid of this color and move on to the next one, round number 6, and I'll be right back in just a moment. So let's move on to round number 6. I'm just switching colors. I'm just being really quite generic. I'm gonna go to a chain 2 space of a corner, so right in between 2 popcorn of a corner, and attach. And this is a single crochet round, so it's kind of what we already know. So we're gonna attach, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the corner, chain only 1, and 1 single crochet. So what we have to do around here is that each one of these stitches are going to get something. So in the first part of the popcorn it's a single crochet, so it's all gonna be single crochet. The next double crochet is a single crochet, and this chain 1 space is also a single crochet. So don't forget those chain 1 spaces. Remember that there's groups of 3 when it comes to these, so if you're not sure exactly where to go, just make sure there's 3. So 1 is, and then 2 and 3. It should be pretty obvious for you, but if you never know, right? So then it's a chain 1 space, and then going in to 1, 2 and 3, and then chain 1 space. When you get back to the corner, it's single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, and please do that all the way around. This is round number 6. So I've just come into the last double crochet, and remember I still have to come into the top of the last popcorn and then just join it to the beginning. Now the final rounds number 7 and 8 are the same color, so choose wisely, my friends, as we do our final 2 rounds together. And let's begin round number 7 next. So let's begin round number 7. Let's attach it to the chain corner space, and we're going to attach, chain 1, 1 single crochet, chain 1, and 1 single crochet. Here's the thing going all across, all the way around. Let me just finish this one off. Sorry, I dropped my stitch. So I want to chain 2, and I want to skip the next stitch out, 1, and then go into the one after that. Chain 2, and I want to skip the next one and go into the one after that. and you want to do that all the way around. Now it says to go to the stitch right before the end, so you're basically maintaining it as you're hitting into the corner. So when you'll end up just before the corner, you'll chain your 2, then you'll go into your corner, and etc. So it's just a matter of just chaining 2 and just kind of separating them. So the corners will be 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, and it's just chaining 2 when you're going along the edge like this. I think that this is pretty okay, and I will see you at the end of this round. It's a nice simple round, and we'll meet you back at around here in the end. So as I'm getting to the first corner, I just want to make sure I'm not explaining it well. So I'm just gonna go in and then chain 2 and then coming into the corners and chain 1 and single crochet, chain 2, skip in the first one and starting again. So everything on the last round is based on these chain 2 spaces, so don't you just gotta not really worry about it. You just gotta fake it kinda if something's going wrong. So continue then all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round for sure this time. Okay, once you get all the way back around, I'm just chaining 2 and attaching to the first single crochet. Now I did misspeak. I actually thought we were gonna play within the chain 2 spaces, but we're not. We're actually only gonna play within the single crochets itself. Let's begin the final round, number 8. Chain up 3, so 1, 2, 3, and it says to single crochet second chain from the hook. So single crochet second chain from the hook like that, and then it says slip stitch in the next single crochet. So we're going into the next right here. So we're just gonna slip stitch, and then we're gonna begin again. So it says to repeat from the asterisk all the way around, and that's interesting, there's no asterisks, but let's continue anyway. We're gonna chain up 3, so 1, 2, 3, single crochet second chain from the hook, and then slip stitch into the next single crochet, and you're gonna do that all the way around, and this is gonna provide a little bit of a frilly border. So 1, 2, 3, single crochet second, and then slip stitch into the next single crochet. And I want you to do that all the way around. So just follow the corners around and you'll end up with a really nice edge that will look like that. So I've just now come all the way to the end, and I'm just gonna slip stitch to where I started, and voila my friends, that's it. I've already shown you how to weave in your ends using your tapestry needle. Now's the time to do it, and please enjoy your new afghan. This is actually really quite stunning, and I'm so glad that I even did a miniature sample just like this. Have a great day, and we hope to see you again on Yarn Inspirations as well as thecrochetcrowd.com. I'm your host Mikey. Bye bye.